All right, everyone, this is an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is, it's straight up energy reading. This is for Venus in Scorpio, which should be a pretty cut and dry energy. You'll notice I have no pre-shuffle here. I actually did one. I'll show you the Seven of Swords. The energy is deceptive. The surface energy is very deceptive. Venus in Scorpio adds a lot of depth. Scorpio's a deep, deep sign, but it's also very secretive when it's in Scorpio. It explains why a lot of the energies for, say, when I did the monthly fly through, a couple of the signs, a couple of the angles, I should say, got to kind of a covert energy almost. Somebody working behind the scenes secretly. They have and it's about a plan making stage with Mercury and Capricorn. So we got planning going on, but people guarding their heart, so to speak. It's adding to the windy energy, a lot of stuff within the wind. And there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of depth to this energy. So we're gonna start most of the readings in December. I think because of the way the energy is, the pre-shuffle is going to be a waste of time. And I've proved that on recent readings where I did a pre-shuffle and it was just roses and rainbows. The energy is deceptive on the surface. People are guarding their heart here, but they're making plans with Mercury and Capricorn, as we talked about in that reading. So we're just going to start the reading right off the top, shuffling, with me asking the universe, give me the soulmate cycle with the influence of Venus and Scorpio this time around. And we're going to start it with the card before the cut. Why the fuck are we here? So let's just find out. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking time lord. So again, when you find it, you're meant to find it, but basically all that means is you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. So why are we here? Venus and Scorpio. We'll go a little deeper than the deceptive surface energy. The Four of Pentacles. Again, guarding. People are holding back. This is a miser. Miser hides the money, right? It's a miser energy of the Four of Pentacles. It's not about fear. It's about the miser hiding the money. Hides it in the mattress, buries it in the backyard in mason jars all over the place. That's common in the South. A lot of people don't know that, but they do. They'll bury it in mason jars. My father used to bury money in mason jars every once in a while too. He had a little stash out behind the canoe in the garden, that kind of thing. It's just something, I don't know what it is, and maybe it's generational. Maybe they don't do it anymore. All those people gone now, I don't know. But think of it that way. Okay, it's that covert aspect, although it's not really kind of a Mission Impossible thing. It's just somebody making plans and not really letting anyone see that they're making plans. That's why the surface energy is deceptive. So we're right on par here. We're here because of that. That means we're going to be digging into that. We're going to dig up their yard and get those damn mason jars. After the cut, 9 swords. It's the nines are the end in tarot aspect of this. There's no anxiety here. There's nothing. And anything here, a lot of times when you hold back feelings, you get paranoid. It creates kind of a paranoid feeling. That's what I get here. It's not really a lot of anxiety. It's a lot of paranoia. It could be read as somebody asking themselves, am I doing the right thing here? Right? I don't know. I definitely have an energy that's attached to you that's coming towards you or making some changes. That much I have. And again, Venus and Scorpio, just adding to the 12-12 energy and the energy of the month. This is a powerful week. You saw the weekly reading. I mean, and you saw my thank you reading. It is a week where if you want it, you can have it. And that applies on both sides of the soulmate cycle. I mean, we're talking about, I'm starting the week here with Venus moving into Scorpio. That alone with Mercury and Capricorn is pretty powerful. We saw the planning and all that kind of stuff, surface energy deceptive. But Neptune's going direct. I'm going to be pulling on that. And we got the powerful new moon, which I'm going to be pulling on probably right on top of it. Okay? Because right on top of the moon. Because it's important. I don't want the universe to be too predictive. It leads us to that Cancer full moon, which is incredibly important to the soulmate cycle, as I wrote about in my write-up for the month of December. It's a week, I will tell you guys, because I'm still having to shuffle here. It's a week where dreams come back. Again, it's really, really powerful. It's a moment where the energy is very open to suggestion. So take any advice I gave you on any recent extendeds, any recent readings, the thank you reading, whatever it was I said there. Please, as you put your intentions out, pay attention. All right, here we go. Overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table for our reading. is that? It's the Hierophant. Yeah, there's long-term changes. These are massive, and these are emotional changes in this context with Venus and Scorpio. What's fueling this? Yeah, the Knight of Wands. People are taking actions here, and they're making big changes. Brave, impulsive energy here, not an in and out energy, just an in. It's an all-in energy. The Knight of Wands takes chances, right? If the Knight of Wands was playing poker, they'd take chances. They'd bet the other guy was bluffing and go all in. It's that kind of energy. These are big changes that are being made. If somebody's married, I don't think it's going to last this, but I do think they're holding back what they're doing. On the surface, everything looks normal. Everything looks fine, and we've had that come up in recent readings somewhere, okay? And this is why. This is part of the energy, Venus and Scorpio, which is secretive anyway, right? Holding emotions inside, and deep ones, and blending with Mercury and Capricorn, which is that meticulous planning. Our reading's on the flip. Right here is the energy around your connection during this transit of Venus through Scorpio. One of my favorites, I think, for Venus. Anyway, right here is, just because it's fun, right here is the 3D energies around this energy attached to you, your person, as we often say. Right here is their soul. This is the hidden energy, message from the universe, red with the energy of your connection, and right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I will clarify everything and throw some universe cards at the end, and you bet your sweet asses, which are even sweeter with Venus and Scorpio, let me tell you. I won't keep that a secret. There'll be a link for an extended in the description because these are all important energies this week. All right? Let's go. Let's see where we go. Energy around your connection. I got a Hierophant here. My God. Yeah, the Queen of Wands. Wow, it's the attraction aspect. Your connection is like the they say you put a carrot on a stick in front of a donkey and he follows the carrot, right? But he never gets to it because it's on a stick. That's what this is. Your connection is the carrot on a stick here. On the surface, everything seems like nothing's going to happen. Okay. There's nothing going on the surface. The surface is deceptive. I showed you that Seven of Swords. Didn't even waste my time with a pre-shuffle on this reading. And then I end up getting the Four of Pentacles in before the cut position of why we're here, which is just pure miser energy. One of the purest miser energies I've ever seen. Okay. And I explained that while we were around that card. 3D energies around this energy attached to you. This is your connection. It's very, very attractive, but the surface, very deceptive. Just like the Queen of Wands is very deceptive on the surface, right? Hiding things, feeling something else underneath. What's going on underneath? Incredibly deep. What's going on the surface? Superficial. Okay? The Magician. Yeah, somebody's making some changes. Transformation. Huge transformation. It's an alchemy energy off of that. It's not a quick change aspect of the Magician. It's an alchemy energy. It's lead into gold. Okay? Somebody making big changes here. And your connection is sort of the inspiration. This is sometimes I get an energy off this. They feel like they can do it, right? Confidence. Confidence is what magicians need when they go out on stage. And they got some confidence here. Your connection is kind of fueling that a little bit. Sometimes when we keep our eye on the prize, it makes it easier to do things. Whether it's quitting some kind of bad habit, changing your lifestyle. The road to get there is sometimes a little bumpy. But if you keep your eye on, well, how great it is on the other side of that journey, well, it makes it a little easier. All right. Their soul energy is here. It bookends this Queen of Wands. It's red with that Queen of Wands. The King of Wands. Wow. Somebody is changing the entire superficial aspect of their life. I can say that very easily with the Hierophant is the overall energy. Okay? They are making brave. They're being brave here. Emotionally brave, yet emotionally quiet. Keeping the emotions on the outside. It seems like it's business as usual. On the inside, there's a lot of depth. In the 3D, well, how does this translate? Massive transformation. Massive long-term transformation. And again, like I say, anything superficial, they're cutting out. Okay? That applies to you as well. Keep that in mind. Your energy's attached to this. But somebody here is definitely wanting, at the very least, in this energy to change their sordid ways, if you will, with this King of Wands here, this Burger King in there. Yeah, but the outward energy, the surface energy, it's a bit of a front, okay? Hidden energy, message from the universe, red with the Queen of Wands, technically, Nine of Wands. Yeah, it's all hidden. Again, it's just the universe repeating. On the surface, You can't see through the wall. You can't see through it. But the wall will come down. Nobody taking care of it. There's overgrowth on it and all of that. The wall is coming down. So somebody is coming towards here. Okay, but on the surface, again, you may think nothing's going on. And I know I've said that in a recent reading, but this energy is pinpointing part of why that is. What's the potential final outcome? Red with the Magician. Yeah, what did I tell you? It's a card we couldn't escape in the Zodiac Flight, right thing. Or there was some extended I did recently where we always saw the Knight of Swords. It was everywhere. Yep. Somebody here is headed your way. I said the wall's coming down. This is my lead in to here. The wall's coming down. Somebody's got something that somebody's speaking. Somebody's speaking and the words are creating change. Okay? That's the way I can say it. They're speaking to you and they're speaking to energies around them too. So making big long-term things. Somebody here is not happy, doesn't see a future in their present situation. Whatever their situation is, whether they're single or with somebody else. Let's clarify. Okay. I don't have a devil yet. Notice I said yet. Why is the Queen of Wands here? I think a devil would be good in this reading if placed properly. Why is the Queen of Wands here? I said attraction, didn't I? Rewind. Did I say attraction? Yeah, I meant it. It's crossed by the Lovers. Just look at the picture. Okay? Your connection is on the surface. It looks like nothing's going on. Very deep down, there's deep feelings here. Their feelings have ignited. There's no doubt about it. There's an ignition point happening here. What's on top? The Knight of Cups. Yeah, they are coming towards, although on the surface it won't look like it. Yep, blah, blah, blah. You have an incoming message. We already got that from the final outcome. Knight of Cups. A lot of emotion behind it, but again, those emotions are guarded under this energy. Well, somebody apparently makes some huge changes. Why is the Knight of Cups here? Yeah, they're freeing themselves. Nine of Pentacles, liberation energy. The Knight of Cups is here because somebody's about to liberate themselves from a superficial, however they've been living, whatever their long term has been. They're about to liberate themselves. These cards back up every read I've given you here on this, especially this. A huge transformation in their life in the 3D. Somebody's speaking their whatever truth, if you will, and the Knight of Swords brings change with that communication. So I got the Magician here. Now this is transformation. This is alchemy. It's lead into gold. We already know from the card that comes just before it, our lead-in card, that they're liberating themselves from a lot of nonsense. But under this energy, it's very guarded, and we still have the influence of Mars in Sagittarius, where the vision is bigger than the circumstances. They don't care. It's just taking care of it. The vision is big over here. With the Lovers crossing the Queen of Wands, that's massive attraction. I mean, that's walking around with a boner all day. I mean, it's huge. And it's just, you can't even hide it. You better get an overcoat, just to give you a simple example. It's a lot of attraction. It's my way of saying, holy shit. Okay, Magician. Let's talk about this. Transformation in the 3D energies around them. Yeah, big time. Why? Yep. Look, I read the energy first, then I pull the cards. What's transforming? Their life. 10 of Pentacles. Are they married? Are they in a relationship? Do they live alone by the airport with a cat? Whatever it is, this is changing. Massive transformation. And we know that if they're married or in a relationship with somebody else or whatever it is, even on a family aspect, it's all very superficial. It's not in line with their soul's true purpose. This energy, we've been reading this energy for quite a while now. So yeah, somebody making some changes. Somebody sees something here, sees the 10 of Pentacles in this connection, or what this, either in you or what the connection made them feel. Either or. What's on top? It'll be different for all of you. Emperor, somebody's taking control of their life, making some changes. Taking control of their life, making some changes. Why is the Emperor here? The Hermit, because they're listening to their soul. But you'd never know if you saw this person. With the King of Wands and the soul, you'd never know. But they are. Under this influence, this is one of those, let's just say everybody's moving at different speeds on their timeline, but let's just say it affects all of us this week. Okay, let's just put it in the context of Neptune going direct, a powerful new moon coming up, and a 12-12 portal. A portal energy, which I will be pulling on, probably on Thursday, I think. And we're going to talk about this. But I will tell you, it is a week where you just, if you want to make changes, now's the time to do it. And they will be effortless. Venus is interacting nicely, okay? For some of you, in your birth chart, it might even be trining itself, okay? Or sextiling itself, one of those two. It's an amazing energy. It's an amazing time where you can have what you want, and you can have your cake and eat it too. And somebody here realizes that this is out of character for this energy. But on the surface, it'll look like business as usual on their side. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the King of Wands and the Soul here. Why? I'm going to ask a specific question. So why is this here? And I'm going to single this card out. Normally I'd say it's red with these and all that. No. Pretend this is all by itself on the table. Okay? King of Wands. Tell me about this. Why is this energy necessary? That's what I'm asking. Because I don't feel it's them doing this. I feel this is energy that's acting upon them. Okay? So in other words, the divine energies of the universe are putting it in place. Okay? So, and remember, all of this on the flip side of the coin applies to you. You're having a lot of these energies in place too. You're keeping your emotions a little bit guarded, and you might be wanting to make some changes. If you do want to make some changes to your life, lifestyle, whatever, they come as effortless as they're going to get. For at least the next year, they're as effortless as they're going to get right now. Okay? As far as flowy goes. Believe me, it's spectacular. Well, I won't say the next year. I'll say 8 months, give or take. You'll see similar energy to this in about 8 months as far as the change aspect. Okay, universe, let's go. I'm tired of shuffling. I got nothing else to tell them. Give me something here. Why is this necessary? Because otherwise, the Page of Wands is crossing it. Otherwise, they won't have the, shall we say, the impulsive bravery to charge forward. This energy of the Knight of Wands, okay, which I talked about at the beginning, the brave, impulsive aspect, is tied directly to this Page of Wands. Knight of Wands, Page of Wands. This page, little older. It's more of a knighty feeling. This energy has to be there. This is someone who has a false front. It could be a false ego. When it flows into the 3D, there's a false front. There's an ego that they're putting out, that everything is great, and underneath there's plans being made, there's changes being made, there's huge changes, and whether those play out in the 3D or not, I can't tell. For most of you, they do, but they definitely play out inside the person, way down inside. What's on top here? It's swords, yeah. It's what I said. It's here. I asked the universe a specific question. This is now its own little reading, okay? It's here because if it wasn't here, it's like the universe is saying to me, Steve, yes, fickle old gal, if it wasn't there, they wouldn't do anything. They'd be stuck, okay? They need this. This is an energy that needs a little ego boost. Now, this can play out in the 3D as maybe they see a movie that inspires them, or something can act upon them in the 3D that gives them an ego boost. It could be as simple as some hot chick or hot guy saying, hey, you got a hot ass, complimenting them or something like that. Whatever it is, the universe knows, the energy around this person knows that they need something like that. So this energy, as I said, has been put in place, okay? It's happening. I'll take the hocus pocus out of it. It's happening because of the interaction of the astrological alignments pulling on the core energy and how the core energy itself is set up, okay? There's no invisible man going, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. It's just the course of the flow. It's like if you watch a river flow for an hour or two, you'll see things happen. You'll see a stick move. That stick moved because over time the course of the water came down and then it blew a rock with it, and that rock pushed that and that moved that current. That's all. Think of the energy as a river. That's why energy readers call it the river. It behaves much like a river behaves. You do yourself a good service by sitting around and watching a river for a while. You'd understand, you'd find if you contemplate while you're next to a river that you'd understand energy, right? Find a spot where something's happening, not a calm spot. ideally. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Knight of Swords, just verifying my energy read. The Knight of Swords is our final outcome. This energy is necessary for them to have the confidence, maybe, to actually make the changes and not just think about it and feel it. Okay? Here we go with the Nine of Wands. Let's go. Nine of Wands. If you don't have a river near you, the same thing. Any flowing water will do. A brook, a stream, anything, right? Anything at all. You can create one in your driveway if you want to. Throw a bunch of leaves down, run the hose. I'm sure the water district would really appreciate that. Not. The Nine of Wands. Let's talk to the fickle old gal universe, shall we? What's going on here? So again, you can see the Knight of Swords. We can't escape it. You know, these are big changes. Knight of Swords brings big change. What is with these cards? They are just jumping out. A Page of Cups tried to jump out, and it went. So remember the Page of Cups. That tried to jump out. What's crossing the Nine of Wands? The King of Cups. Okay, so we're somewhere between here. Think Knight of Cups. And these are read with these, and there's your Knight of Cups. Okay? The net result, it ties to this. So basically, the wall, behind the wall, somebody is feeling, but they're keeping their feelings secret. It's just backing up my whole read. The King of Cups, we sometimes read it as afraid to be vulnerable, but it keeps their emotions guarded. This is the energy. But something about this Knight of Cups is important. And this card on top, and the universe just told us that through some subtraction that we just did. This card here is read with the Knight of Cups. So what is it? The Seven of Wands. Again, we've got this person here who is keeping the high ground. It's sort of the keeping the high ground energy. Casing out the joint, sort of a thing. It's just tying it all up. You won't see this coming, is what the universe is trying to say. You won't. Because on the surface, in fact, the moment you think nothing's happening here, Steve sucks, the moment you think that, and feel free to think I suck, it's fine, a lot of people do. Okay, yeah, I don't mind. I don't care. Hell, sometimes I think I suck. But hey, we get self-critical sometimes. But overall, I'm okay. I never hurt nobody, right? That said, I've gone through my life all right. Somebody here coming out of the woodwork is this Knight comes out of the woodwork. Why is the Seven of Wands here? Justice. Divorce. What did I say? They're liberating themselves because of your connection, because of what it made them feel, because of what you make them feel. On the surface, there's not much going on. It's business as usual. Somebody's keeping the high ground, casing out the joint, hiding behind the rocks, up on a hill, hiding behind a rock wall, taking care of business, taking control of things, following their soul, making some big changes in their Ten of Pentacles in their life. This energy is here, is an artificial boost to their ego because the universe says they won't fucking do any of this if that didn't happen. So just by chance, that's happening right now. Divine chance, albeit. With justice here, somebody here is making plans to get themselves happy, get themselves liberated so they can come towards this connection, either towards you physically or toward what this connection makes them feel. Keep that in mind. Some of these runners just learn from the connection that that's what they want. That's fine. You should learn from it too. Each side learns. Okay, so that you can grow your vibration. Growing the vibration here is fantastic. Somebody here now is going towards something real instead of something superficial. That by default is higher vibration. All right, let's go. Knight of Swords. But for a good number of you, I'd say they're coming right your way. I think at the very least, they might, because that Page of Cups tried to jump out, they might come your way, not necessarily so you two can be together. For some of you, it might be too late, a few of you, but you'll at least get some kind of nod that it was because of you that they've changed their life. Thank you, if you will. Okay? Something like that. Maybe an apology. I don't know. But it'll play out differently for all of you, but there's no doubt in my mind here with the way the energy reads. But people can free will themselves right out of energy anytime they want. That's the problem. You know, there's nothing I can do about that. We live in a universe where we have free will. If there is an invisible man up in the sky, he's got his friends over, they got some beers and some chips, and they're like, what are they going to do? Let's watch. You never know what they're going to do. You know, it's like a hamster. You get a hamster. That's all we are. You get a hamster and you get it a wheel and you get it a toilet paper tube and you put it in there and you watch it for a little while. You go, what's he going to do? Is he going to go in the toilet paper tube? Is he going to go on the wheel? What's he going to do? Right? So that's basically, in a simplified form, you know, what our free will makes us. It makes us hamsters with little toys that have been put in our cage. That's all. It's kind of sad to think about that, but it's true. A lot of energy readers think that there is, you know, and scientists think that this is all just a simulation. And there are somebody getting amusement watching us like hamsters. What are we going to do with that free will? You know, just like I do on some level, on a down level, more earthly level. I on some level, I'm pulling these readings to see what this hamster is going to do. You know, I've given them all. The universe is likely giving them all the toys. You know, the energy is set up for somebody to liberate themselves and come toward either you or this connection. We got a divorce energy here for sure with 9, and divorce just a vocabulary word. They could divorce themselves from their life or a spouse. It doesn't matter. Someone's taking control. Let's see what this communication is, because this ends with communication. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. I'm just trying to give you some clarity into the energy, into the reading. This stuff isn't always easy to explain. You know, it's pretty cut and dry here, though. It should make sense to you. And it ties with a lot of my zodiac fly-through, where people were acting behind the scenes and the surface energy was deceptive. Why am I still shuffling? I swear, I don't do this. I'm not shuffling. When I stop, I usually show it to you. The cards won't shuffle anymore. They get, okay, like that. We get stuck. It's stuck. That's it. It won't go. So that's it. Knight of Swords crossed by 9 cups. Yeah. Man, this is eye on the prize energy on crack. Okay? Really, somebody here is rising up, taking control. But man, is it that, again, comes out of nowhere. We learned that over here. But the Knight of Swords often comes out of nowhere, right? You're not expecting it. He doesn't call first. It's like, I'm coming. You know, no. What's on top? The King of Wands. Yeah. This energy ties to this King of Wands over here. Somebody here is King of Wands, Burger King energy, ego up a little bit, is red with the Emperor. And somebody here is acting selfishly a little bit. Okay, let's be real. They haven't gone on any real spiritual journey here. They're acting in their own self-interest. Okay? But it's for good reason. They've been realigned. We've all gone through a realignment. That realignment ends, starts to dissipate out around this week, toward the end of this week. And again, they're not going to be able to sit in the superficial anymore. So, yeah, they're acting in their own self-interest. But it's from the soul. It's on the right path. It's for the right reasons. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, they have to have their ego artificially boosted to do this, for sure. Why is the King of Wands here? See, there's that artificial boost. There's Temperance. Yeah, they're acting on self-interest. This card just checks my energy read. I got an angel energy and an angel energy here. These two are read together. I said they're acting in self-interest. But it's for a good reason. It's for a good cause. It's enacting transformation in a positive direction this time. This time they're maybe acting in the wrong way. In other words, we shouldn't always act in kind of our own self-interest, but it's more of an enlightened self-interest this time because we have angel energy here. So it is. It's enlightened self-interest. It's healing through truth energy. It's divinely guided. It's all playing out the way it's playing out for a reason. Just like always. So yeah, I would expect this is communication. I would expect communication from this energy, what we talked about over here. Okay? And I believe it changes everything. I believe I believe it does. With that, I got Knight of Swords twice here. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you before we go pull some wicked voodoo. I got a lot of divine guidance here. I got a lot going on. And yet again, I do not have a devil. Other than on the surface, with the deception within the energy. Now, I'm not going to spend my extended looking for the devil. I'm going to pull on you to open it. And I'm going to pull on what changes they're making. Well, we're going to pull on their side. We're going to not only be a fly on the wall, we're going to be a whole fly strip of flies on the wall. Okay? We're going to check every room and see what's going on here and see what the plan is for you or your connection or what the deal is. All right? But I'll open pulling on you because I want to know about you in this energy. And I think you do too. Plus, it gives me some contrast. Right now, you got 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. 3 swords, 3 cups, ace of swords, and the 10 of cups crossing the 3 of cups. Something you think is a pie in the sky. So I'm just going to paraphrase it. This is a reconciliation energy. Can I tell you that first? Okay? Reconciliation energy. Something that you think is a pie in the sky. Somebody never going to open up. I'm not going to have any reason to celebrate. This son of a bitch going to keep hurting me, or I'm going to keep getting hurt in life, or I'm going to this and that. You're about to have your eyes open to the fact that that's not accurate. Okay? You're about to see the truth of why somebody hurt you, who they really are, or you're about to get somebody new approaching you that changes everything. It's a real sort of, huh? What? I wasn't expecting that kind of energy. Expect the unexpected in this energy. This is an energy, I'm going to tell you right now, for those of you that aren't going to the extended, because I don't hold my readings hostage. I will tell you because it might help you. Right now, I'll give you a time frame because people like it. Between right now and January 1st, okay? Or the first week of January, let's say. If you want it, you can have it, all right? You're going to reap what you sow with the energy. What you put out, you can give back. And you can get back stuff that you never thought was possible before. All right? Keep that in mind. This is a powerful energy. So don't put any negativity out there. If you are a negative person, you have a hard time even being neutral, please try to shut it down just for this. Just so your mind can be blown at the way things change. Okay? At least try. All right. If you want the extended, the link is in the description. We're going to do some flies on the wall for sure. All right? And a pyramid and a timeline maybe or something like that. The usual stuff. That's it. I hope this reading was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right. Good luck.